Hello and welcome back to Under the Visor, the Formula One podcast where one of us knows exactly what he's talking about.
And the other one is still very much learning.
I am, yes.
Oh,
I'm Karl.
Fun, wasn't it?
That was very fun, yes.
Thanks.
You can introduce yourself?
Who you go to as well?
I just did.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
Yep.
And I am Le Tom. No race this week. So anyway, no race this week. So we're keeping things a little bit shorter. But somehow Formula One has still managed to produce enough headlines to keep everybody, including me, napping for hours.
Yes. And then we'll look to finish with a looking ahead to Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix and give our predictions.
In the news.
In the news, yes. Well, rumour mill is still going with Verstappen, but now Piastri's been dragged into it. Probably the biggest story of the week. So let's try not to get bored of it. But it has completely dominated social media. There's been rumours flying around now that Max could be looking at McLaren, Mercedes or Ferrari in 2027. Obviously, last week we mentioned that the rumour was Mercedes was a no-no. But at the same time, there's now even more rumours suggesting that Oscar Piastri wants to leave McLaren. However, Formula1.com, the official Formula One website, spoke to Mark Webber, who is, I didn't know this, Oscar's manager.
Yeah.
And he has dismissed the stories, saying that a lot of fiction has been written and that Oscar remains committed to McLaren for years to come. And at the same time, they also published an article looking at Verstappen's future, saying that Red Bull's challenge now is to prove they remain his best option. So where do we even start with this?
So the key word is rumour.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be in McLaren next year.
Yeah, you've said that from day dot.
I've said it for a little while now. There's been report after report saying it was McLaren. There's even a report I read this afternoon that says he's in the final talks. Now, going over history, that normally means they did the deal at Silverstone, and they're not talking about it yet. Ferrari, there's another report saying negotiations are nearly complete. There's another one saying that Red Bull are frustrated because Max hasn't committed. And there's another saying he's exploring every option available. But exploring option isn't the same as signing a contract. If you're Max Verstappen, arguably the best driver of the grid, you're crazy not to know what every team is planning. I think personally the deal's been done. I think it's been done. I think it's signed. I think they'll announce it at the end of the season. What didn't happen though at Silverstone, I don't know, I have read further on, and you say you might have spoken about this, but Hamilton did not say he was going to retire.
I haven't mentioned this, no, but yeah, that's worth mentioning.
I've only just remembered it, that we were all expecting him to announce his retirement. I think he was going to, and I think now he's doing better, he's decided not to. I think that was genuinely what was going to happen.
Okay.
But anyway, like we say, he is arguably the best driver, and he should know what's going on in 2027. Yeah,
well, from the McLaren side, there were rumours saying that Oscar had told the team that he wanted to leave. But McLaren instantly said that was just pure smoke. And then obviously Webber's come out and shut everything down anyway.
Which is probably the strongest response we've had all week. When the driver's own manager says reports are nonsense, and F1 publishes them. But of course he's going to say that. It hasn't been announced. They want to make sure, and he wants to make sure, that Oscar knows where he's going and has a drive for next year. I cannot see it being a switch. Everyone's talking about, oh, they'll just put Oscar in place of Max. I cannot see it. It's very rare, and I'm trying to think. I think they have done it once, where they haven't taken a driver from their pool of drivers, which they spend millions and millions of pounds on, and put them in a Red Bull. I can't see it. I think Oscar may be without a drive, or go to somewhere like Audi. or
interesting
Cadillac or something like that.
Really?
Ferrari's a no-go. I think it will be Leclerc and Hamilton. I think it will be Verstappen and Norris at McLaren. Red Bull will be Isaac Hadjar and question mark. Who knows? It won't be Liam Lawson. They already said he's not good enough.
And maybe, just maybe, Tom, we'll talk about another driver going to Red Bull next.
Maybe we will.
Maybe. But
maybe.
It is worth saying that the difference between reporting discussions and reporting deals, because we seem to get this every summer. There's silly season and somebody starts talking to everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Drivers talk, managers talk, teams talk. That's Formula One. Until somebody signs the contract and we're told about it or officially announce something, I treat most of it as speculation rather than fact, of course.
Yeah. Well, moving on then, Bearman has been linked with Red Bull. There are reports this week suggesting that Red Bull are keeping a close eye on him, with Crofty saying they're watching him very closely. The reasoning is interesting as well. Leclerc has committed to Ferrari and Lewis is expected to remain there. He was originally linked with Ferrari at the beginning of the season, and now with Leclerc committing and Lewis wanting to remain there, it's meant that his long-term Ferrari opportunities are becoming a little bit more complicated.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Bearman is one of the highest rated young drivers on the grid. If he is part of the Ferrari young driver program, and Haas is Ferrari supplied engines, that's how he's got the seat there. Yeah. If Ferrari seats aren't becoming available anytime soon, other top teams are naturally going to ask the questions. The interesting bit for me is that Laura Mackie now has much bigger influence inside Red Bull family than he did before. Yeah. If Red Bull believe that Bearman is the future race winner and Max leaves, the two drivers in Red Bull, sugar-free Red Bull, are not ready to step up. Could Bearman go there for 2 years while they bring another junior driver in?
Yeah.
Do a bit of a reset, put everything in Isaac Hadjar. It's possible. It would be rare for Red Bull, but Max suddenly leaving out the blue it's a bit like when Nico left.
Yeah.
Mercedes, there's a bit of a scramble to get everything ready. So we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, well, to answer your comment about Red Bull hiring from outside of their junior development program, or as you call it, sugar-free Red Bull, Sergio Perez, David Coulthard, Robert Dornbos, Christian Klein, and Brendan Hartley.
Brendan Hartley was part of Red Bull.
Though he was a Red Bull junior earlier in his career, he was dropped by the program before returning to F1 with Toro Rosso in 2017.
And a caveat on sort of David Coulthard, that was, I think they were his first drivers, and I don't think they had a driver program properly set up then.
No, so it was when Red Bull bought the Jaguar team at the end of 2004, when they formed Red Bull Racing. They hired him, formerly of McLaren, to spearhead their inaugural 2005 season.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it'll be another one of those where we'll be hearing about this for months, I think.
I'm sure.
I quite like Ollie Bearman. I do like him. Obviously, biased because he's a Brit, but I quite liked. Did you see the video of him driving? Was it Senna's car?
Yeah, Senna's car.
Yeah. I think he's got a good career.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
But another week, another rumour of Christian Horner. Aston Martin are apparently chasing him, and there are reports that they are trying to tempt him to join following a discussion between him and Lawrence Stroll. Apparently, the proposal would see Christian taking over leadership of their F1 operations.
This is interesting because Aston Martin are clearly not thinking small.
Yeah.
They've already attracted Newey. They've invested heavily in the facilities. Honda are coming.
Yeah.
If they genuinely believe Honda is available, why wouldn't they ask? Whether it actually happens is another question, I'd say.
Yeah, another one I'm sure will be a different rumour of a different team next week.
Yeah.
So, Franco Colapinto's future has also been discussed this week. F1 spoke with Alpine Steve Nielsen, who admitted everybody wants to see more before making long-term decisions. He's basically suggested Colapinto still has opportunities to prove himself rather than confirming anything either way.
Which is kind of what you'd expect. Young drivers are judged over time. One brilliant weekend doesn't guarantee a contract. Likewise, one disappointing weekend shouldn't end your chances.
Yeah.
Alpine are effectively saying, we're evaluating, and if I was to read between the lines, I don't think we'll see one with the grid next year.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be around. So...
No. Okay. No more rumours on this one. 2 Madring stories this week.
Okay.
Because it's not even an open circuit yet, and we've already got 2 stories. But Ferrari have completed a filming day around this new circuit, becoming the first F1 team to drive an F1 car there. And also, comments coming out of Barcelona suggest that the circuit hasn't exactly won everybody over yet, with criticism aimed at the layout. Now, I know you're not a fan of it in the F126 game.
No, I'm not.
But what's your take?
I mean, the filming day's important because it shows preparations are moving forward.
Yeah.
The criticism, well, every new circuit gets judged before anyone's raced on it. We've seen it, quite a few times. I've never heard quite as much. I think the last one was the Bahrain track back in early 2000s, where they talked about it, that it was going to be on a desert and stuff like that. Let's wait until the F1 cars are actually on there racing. It might be brilliant. It might be terrible. Maybe good. Maybe boop.
Sometimes maybe good. Sometimes maybe shit.
See, I didn't say shit. I beeped it out. I beeped the shit out of it.
You just said it then.
What?
Shit.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, bollocks. Right. Go.
Good thing we can't monetize yet, isn't it?
Yeah. We'd be fucking bollocks. Oh, bollocks. Fuck. Just do something. Carry on.
The Macarena Wing. Macarena. The FIA are continuing to discuss with Ferrari and Red Bull over what has obviously been nicknamed the Macarena Wing. Reports are suggesting that the FIA isn't looking to ban it, but maybe looking at how quickly it closes, while also discussing obviously the safety of the design following what happened to Max at Silverstone.
Yeah, I mean, which shows the FIA trying to find a middle ground. They're not saying the concept is illegal. Yeah. They're asking whether it needs refining from both safety and technical perspectives. Usually how regulations evolve. Not with outright, but normally they either ban it or they keep it. They're keeping it. But they're obviously saying that it's not shutting quick enough and there's a lot of air loss and stuff like that. So, we'll see.
We will see. Sprint races for 2027 could be changing again. So they are reporting that the FIA are considering increasing the number of sprint events on the calendar next year, with discussions going on about how many weekends should feature that shorter format, with a potential number of 10 sprints next year. But they seem to divide opinion, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Some fans absolutely love having meaningful action Friday and Saturday. And as I touched on the other week, I think they should overfuel them, not underfuel them, and make them just go, and they should have a set fuel limit. Others still feel that Formula One should stick to traditional Grand Prix weekends. Personally, I think they're going to have sprint races. They need to make sure sprint actually adds something different rather than just feeling like an extra race. And I personally think it does, because we see great racing. We saw it good at Silverstone.
Yeah.
But like I say, they need to set the bar that everyone can go flat out all the whole race. So maybe bring in a special sprint race tyre or something like that. That's
maybe
only for the sprint race. Maybe they make it pink or something like that, and just make it just go.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And sticking with 2027, they obviously had a launch event for the 75 year. Last year, and they're apparently reporting that they are planning another one ahead of the 2027 season. And Liberty Media are saying that this could become an annual event.
Doesn't surprise me. Whether you're a fan of it or not, it does generate a huge amount of attention. Teams get exposure. Sponsors love it.
Yeah.
Fans get to see the cars on telly, unless you have a TikTok account with a certain number of viewers. And I don't think the drivers enjoy it. I really don't think they like it. Commercially, it's good, but let's see the cars launch themselves. Let's not have a big gathering of people. And it won't be in the UK. It'll be irrelevant for us. It'll be somewhere like Spain or probably Dubai or Saudi Arabia or something like that. So we'll see. I hate it.
I mean,
it's stupid.
Obviously, they did the 75-year one here because that's where F1 started, wasn't it?
Yeah, it makes sense. The 75-year one, it was okay, but it wasn't anything. All it was miserable people coming onto the stage going, "That's our car."
Yeah.
Fantastic. Jack Whitehall trying to be funny for 2 hours and obviously doesn't watch Formula One.
Yeah.
So I think it's silly. I think it just isn't something I'm interested in.
Okay.
I think they just I like the cars launching, and you can get excited about it, and there's a different car launch every couple of days. So that's what they should do.
But you are interested in what came out today with the McLaren end of season party at the O2, though. That's not waste of time, and
that's going to be brilliant. That's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Okay, fair enough. All right, glad you're not biased.
No, not biased at all.
No one could ever accuse us of being biased on this podcast.
Absolutely not. No.
We touched briefly on this last week, but this one could have massive implications in the future. There are more discussions around reducing or even eventually removing customer teams from Formula One. By customer teams, we mean teams that don't make the engine themselves. So your Red Bulls, oh no, they do now, don't they? But your Hasses or your other teams, Alpine, getting rid of those kind of teams.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought they wanted to remove customer engines and have one engine for Formula One.
So what I've been reading is that was what was mentioned last week. But they are saying basically, if you don't develop your own engine, that could be all they want.
Right, so they've got the other way with it now.
There's been both. So we reported last week that potentially it was one engine for all cars. This report from this week is saying just customer engines, full stop.
I mean, it's a very, very simple thing. Either way, you're going to lose teams.
Yeah.
So if they get rid of people building their own engines and say you're going to have to use this engine, it's made by, I don't know, Jack in his shed. Audi, Ferrari,
Mercedes,
Aston Martin, Alpine, they're gone. They're not going to be there. If you say, right, you can't buy an engine anymore, you have to make your own, you're going to lose the rest of them. Because they can't, otherwise they would. I mean, Red Bull has taken 20 years before it's in a position to make an engine. It's just not a feasible thing. It's not going to happen. It's a load of rubbish. It's stupid. Just not going to happen.
Sometimes I wish you'd make your mind up over things.
I know. Or will it? No, it won't. It won't happen. I can't. It's just them. It's just the FIA talking nonsense. So, yeah. All
right. Well, we're nearly done with the news. I know there's news heavy so far. Carlos Sainz has been in the headlines this week with fresh speculation surrounding his long-term future, and there continues to be plenty of discussion linking him with Audi's future project, although nothing official has been announced.
And I think this is important. Audi remains the biggest long-term, one of the biggest long-term stories in F1. Naturally, experienced race winners like Carlos Sainz are always going to be linked.
Yeah.
Until we hear something official. It's another one of those, rumours. That stays in the family rumour. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. And then finally, we spoke about last week the potential of Bahrain popping up towards the end of the season, and obviously following concerns around the stability in the Middle East, F1 has reportedly continued looking at contingency planning should races ever need to move elsewhere, but at the moment there's no confirmation of any changes. So it's obviously something they're clearly keeping their eye on, but nothing confirmed.
Well, they have to. With the 24 race calendar, Formula One needs contingency plans. Fans will probably never ever notice all the work that goes in behind the scenes preparing for situations that hopefully never happen, but having those plans ready is good management. I can't see them putting any more races in this season. I think we're too late now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree with you. I think just it is what it is. It's happened. We can't race there. Sorry to the fans that are there, but obviously safety is paramount, and stick with what we got.
Yeah.
So okay, the Grand Prix then. Very quick look ahead. We're back racing one of the probably best circuits on the calendar, Spa. It's always one drivers seem to look forward to, isn't it?
Absolutely. Spa is one of those tracks. It's an old track. Every driver loves it. It's fast, it's technical, it's historic.
Yeah.
You've got Eau Rouge and Radion, the Kemmel Straight, Pouhon, Blanchimont, some of the best corners. They've got names, like that was said the other day at Silverstone. If a track's got names for corners, it's a good track rather than numbers. There's not really another circuit quite like it, to be honest.
It's quite a long circuit as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
not
it's
quite as long as
the calendar.
Is it? I thought Silverstone was.
Yeah, it's
It's longer than Silverstone. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's really long. I think it's like 7 or 8 kilometres.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
They're about 2-minute laps, 2-minute lap.
Okay, well, the weather always seems to play a part, doesn't it? You can literally have sunshine on one sector and torrential rain on another.
Exactly, and this is one of the few places where strategies can change almost instantly. Teams need to be flexible because conditions can catch you out, and that's what we mean. Because it's so long, it can start raining up here and be completely dry down here. So, yeah, and it always rains.
Yeah, championship one. It is. We've just looked. It is reported to be wet this weekend. Not the whole weekend, but we could potentially see a wet race. But we'll see. But championship-wise, every point is now becoming more valuable, isn't it? And we went into the season, and mistakes are now becoming much more costly. Who are you keeping an eye on this weekend? Don't give me your predictions just yet. Who are you keeping an eye on? We'll do predictions in a minute, but I just want to know who you got your eye on.
I think we've got to keep our eye on Antonelli.
Yeah.
We've got to keep an eye on Ferrari and McLaren. So Antonelli, Ferrari, and McLaren.
Okay. I was looking earlier because I was trying to think of my predictions for it. And I was looking at how Kimi got on last year. And last year was a sprint at Spa. At the sprint, he was 19th, second last, on the grid. And he ended 17th. Obviously, we had 20 drivers last year. And then the main race, he qualified 19th and finished in 16th, but did get fastest lap.
He was having a bit of a rough time around this time last year. And also, the Mercedes wasn't a very good car last year.
No.
So...
No, because even George finished 5th, but he qualified 6th, and sprint he was 13th on the grid and finished 12th. So yeah, Mercedes weren't great last year. Yeah. Okay. Predictions then. Who have you got? And we're going to write these down and we're going to have a quick look next week at what happened. Who have you got for pole?
Kimmy.
Okay. And winner?
Kimmy.
Okay. Biggest surprise?
Kimmy. No. Biggest surprise, I think, would be Lando.
Okay. For what reason?
Well, can I just put McLaren?
Yeah.
I think they'll have a good result.
Oh, you're going that way with it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll have a good result. I think they'll put the right tyres on. If it's rainy, they'll go with slicks. If it's dry, they'll go with wet. That was going to be
my biggest surprise. If it was wet, they're going to put slicks on.
Yeah. I think they'll put an engine in the car this weekend, maybe one that works, one they just haven't found out the back. Yeah, I'm going to go with McLaren as the biggest surprise.
Okay.
For a good result.
Okay.
It'd be surprising.
First DNF.
I know who you're going to say. Just because you want it to happen. I'm going to say first DNF will be Alonso.
Okay. And driver of the weekend.
Hajar.
Interesting. Okay. I had George.
Who do you want for pole?
I had George as my pole sitter.
Right. Winner.
And my winner. My
biggest surprise, George.
My biggest surprise was going to be Verstappen.
Okay.
I think he's
first DNF.
Going to have a good race.
Okay.
This weekend. I think he's going to be top 4.
Okay.
First DNF. I think we're going to have a crash first corner because that's what it's famous for. And I pray for it. And I hope there's one every year, not because I want anyone to get injured, but because I think it adds a bit of excitement.
Just write Liam Lawson's name down on the thing.
I don't think he was actually nearly going to be my biggest surprise.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't said something horrible about him.
My first
That's this week's biggest surprise.
That I haven't said anything nasty about Liam Lawson. Yeah. First DNF, I'm gonna say so. Albon caused the crash on the first corner at Silverstone. He came out and went, "Yeah, it was me."
Yeah.
Do I think he's gonna?
You carry on.
Do I think he's gonna do it again? I'm gonna go Perez.
Oh, he's picked one. Perez.
I'm sorry for creating a bit of content and discussions.
No, that's fine. You don't need to apologise. Just don't do it again.
Driver of the
weekend.
Max.
Okay.
Because I think what's going to happen is I've nearly pulled my headphones out. What I think is going to happen is he's shut up. He's going to qualify. Hey, if you didn't have me talking to you, you'd have no one talking to you. He's going to qualify the summit like 9th.
Okay.
And I think he's going to pull it back and finish 3rd or 4th.
Fine. Yeah. No, we'll see. We'll see. Put your predictions in the comments.
Yes. And then I'll read my line, which is, and let us know your comments as well. So let us know your predictions in the comments as well. But yeah.
Who's taking pole?
Who knows? Who's winning on Sunday?
And who's going to be an absolute nightmare?
You. But we will compare them all after the race on next week's episode, the Belgian Grand Prix recap.
And if you've enjoyed listening to today's episode, don't forget to follow your podcast wherever you're listening. We're also on the TikTok. We're also on the TubeTube. Just follow us wherever you can. And put your comments down there because we do read them. We'll respond to you as well.
Yeah. Want to read the next bit?
Okay. You can also find us on YouTube and TikTok by searching at Under the Visor Podcast. If you've got thoughts on any of the stories we've covered today, or your own predictions for the Belgium, leave us a comment. We're always reading them.
Okay. I've clearly missed out Grand Prix, and I've just put all your own predictions for the Belgium.
Yeah.
Just any Belgium.
We'll be back next week with our full Belgium Grand Prix review. But until then, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.